For a long time, I thought my value was tied into how I looked. I hope you don't think that. I used to think if I was prettier, I'd be loved. If I was smarter, I'd be loved. If I had it all together, I'd be loved. But looking back, I realized that wasn't true at all. I got my With the Foundation on. I got my e.l.f. color correct on because I have pink skin. Now I'm doing the toner. I don't know, Sadie tan bronze. Darker color than I thought it would be. Then my Jones Road sticks. Put the darker one on first. But our value isn't how we look, is it? It's the lessons we've learned. I like stackable makeup. I'm just so excited to have cheekbones. I was so inflamed. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And nobody ever explained to me. I didn't have to live with all the symptoms, all the pain throughout the years. I love the Jones Road. It's just a clean makeup. Been using it for a while. Then this is a new one. Ooh, the other one wasn't Sadie. It was oh my gosh, I thought it was Sadie. That's funny. S-A-I-E, whatever that is. This is a buildable. Just a beautiful cream. I just love it. Anyway, I reduced the inflammation in my body. Don't worry, I see it. And reduce the pain. I got one of those complicated health histories, unfortunately. That's a little darker than I usually wear it. So I really didn't think there was any hope for me finding solutions. And nobody told me I could find a solution. But I have. And I look different. I feel different. I am different. I feel bad for my kids that they were raised by a mom that was in so much pain. Of course, like any good mom, we pushed through it, pretended it wasn't there. How many of you knew I put makeup on my nose? And honestly, I only do it because my mini-me. I'm gonna blend this a little better. Blending is the key, I guess. Then I was told, layer this again, the setting spray. Put it on before, in the middle. I guess I do all my creamy stuff first. Then we switch over to powder. I kind of apply the same things I did in the creamy form as I do in the powder form. I don't know. Never really said I was an expert at this. I look completely different than I did a year ago. It's just crazy. I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself. I look at old pictures. I don't recognize the girl in the picture though either. So who am I? Somewhere in the middle. As time goes by, because we don't say the A word. As time goes by, I really wanted to do it gracefully. But my self-worth isn't wrapped up into who I am. It's the choices I've made in life. It's the lives I've touched, the people I've helped. There could always be more, right? My grandmother told me it was my responsibility to look the best I possibly could in any situation. So every situation isn't the same situation. But it was my responsibility to look the best I could in that particular situation. My mom's, my grandmother's husband's boss's son was getting married. This was back in the day. And she thought she was going to get invited to the wedding, but she wasn't. She had a gift. She wanted to give it to him. A little bit of sparkle right in the middle. So she stopped over at the house, dropped it off. And then after the wedding, the mom came by to thank her. Well, my grandma was in a house coat. She was so embarrassed. She threw out all her house coats and never wore one again. Now, if you don't know what a house coat is, it's just kind of like a dress apron to cover your clothes. I don't know if they really had cleaning clothes or could afford cleaning clothes. But anyway, something from back in the day. So that's where she said it was my responsibility to look the best I can in any situation. She threw out all her house coats and she vacuumed in pearls. Legit. Yeah. And back at my grandmother's day as well, during the Great Depression, women couldn't buy a lot of things. They couldn't buy clothes. They couldn't buy a lot of things they wanted to. But they could typically afford a new lipstick. So lipstick became very, very popular because it was something that they could buy and feel prettier. Not that their self-worth was tied into that. But when you feel good, you look good. And when you look good, you feel good. If you're looking to see what your self-worth is, don't look in the mirror.